I declare this meeting open at 7:30 p.m. and welcome everyone to this evening's meeting of Ku-ring-gai Council. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here this evening. As councillors, we are entrusted with the responsibility of representing the diverse interests of our residents. Let us work together in a collaborative spirit, respect diverse opinions and seek common ground for the good of Ku-ring-gai. Before we begin, I'd like to outline a few procedures in relation to this evening's meeting of Council. This meeting is being recorded and webcast live on Council's website. Only councillors and Council staff will be shown on camera. Attendees must not make a recording or photograph of the meeting without prior approval. Council meetings are open to the public as observers only, in line with the Code of Meeting Practice. Members of the public can address Council via the monthly public forums. Council may close part of the meeting to deal with certain confidential matters in accordance with Section 10A of the Local Government Act. These discussions will not be open to the public and will not be webcast. All attendees must comply with the Code of Meeting Practice and other relevant council codes, policies and procedures. Attendees must refrain from engaging in disorderly conduct, public alleging breaches of the council's code of conduct or making other potentially defamatory statements. Councillors, council staff and members of the public must ensure that mobile phones are turned to silent during the meeting. Councillors and council staff must declare and manage any conflicts of interest that they have and that they may have about any item of business that is on the agenda this evening. I will start with apologies. I have two apologies from councillors. So I have an apology from Councillor Jeff Pettit, who has a prior commitment, and I also have an apology from Councillor Cedric Spencer with a work commitment. I will move those apologies. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Alec Taylor. All those in favour? That is unanimous. Are there any apologies for staff?
Madam Mayor, there are no apologies from staff.
Are there any conflict of interest declarations for councillors? Councillor Alec Taylor.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Tonight I'm declaring a significant and pecuniary conflict of interest for the business we're considering tonight, as my home is affected by Council's proposed TOD plan. However, the current proposal would likely have no impact on the value of my home, as the proposed zoning is very similar to the current zoning under the low and mid-rise housing set. Regardless, and in line with the model code of conduct issued by the state government, I will participate in the debate and decision on this vital matter and have submitted the requisite form to staff.
Councillor Barbara Ward is next.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to declare a special disclosure of interest under clause 4.39 of the Code of Meeting Practice, as my family's principal place of residence falls under the boundary of the TOD zone. I've submitted a disclosure of interest from and understand that this will be published in the minutes of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Ward. Councillor Sam Nye.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to disclose that my parents-in-law live in one of the current TOD zones, and as a result of what's being proposed here tonight, we'll have a slight reduction in floor space ratio. I will be remaining in this room.
Thank you. Councillor Indu Balachandran.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would also like to declare a significant and pecuniary interest because my home and my parents' home are affected by the TOD. I will put in a special declaration form and I will stay in the room for the decision. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Balachandran. Are there any conflict of interest declarations from staff, General Manager?
Madam Mayor, there are no declarations from staff.
Are there any documents circulated in the councillors' papers to be dealt with at an appropriate time during the meeting, which we refer to as the Greens?
Madam Mayor, there's a memo of today's date from the Director of Strategy and Environment. It deals with two matters. One is an update from the Department of Planning, Housing and Infrastructure, and the other deals with minor mapping changes.
Thank you. Are there any reports to be considered in a closed meeting and not released to the press and public?
No, Madam Mayor, there are not.
Okay, so with the confirmation of minutes, the minutes from the last ordinary meeting, which was on the 20th of May 2025, will be confirmed at the next ordinary meeting, which is scheduled for the 17th of June. We have no mayoral minutes. Have any petitions been received by councillors or staff? Councillor Alec Taylor.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have a petition which states, which is headed, "Stop the inappropriate R4 zoned 12-metre developments on the fence lines of our Treats Road, Blenheim Road and 18 Kenilworth Road Heritage Conservation Area properties in Linfield. We, the undersigned, call upon Ku-ring-gai Council to reject the proposed development of R4 zoned 12-metre high dwellings on the fence lines of our Treats Road, Blenheim Road and 18 Kenilworth Road Heritage Conservation Area properties in Linfield. This proposal threatens the heritage character, residential amenity and community integrity of our neighbourhood. The key objectives are to, key objections are heritage and heritage conservation area impact, loss of amenity, traffic, parking and infrastructure stress, and the petition urges Council to adhere to a road-based transition principle versus fence line to protect heritage conservation area properties and to remove the R4 12-metre zoning for properties in 2 to 6 Kenilworth and 1 to 19 Highgate Road, Linfield, and it is signed by 149 signatures. And I would like to move that we receive the petition and forward it to the relevant council officer.
Okay, do I have a seconder? Councillor Nye, all those in favour? That is unanimous. I will now move a procedural motion. I move that the meeting be adjourned until 7 p.m. on Thursday the 5th of June 2025 here at the council chambers. This extension will allow us the extra time needed to consider the issues residents raised last night at the public forum before we do our submission to the department. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Wheatley. I will now put that to the vote for the deferment. All those in favour? And I will look online. Okay, so that's Councillor Kim Wheatley, Councillor Martin Smith, Councillor Matt Devlin, Councillor Christine Kay. Those against? Councillor Barbara Ward, Councillor Indu Balachandran, Councillor Alec Taylor, Councillor Sam Nye. The vote being equal, I will exercise my casting vote in favour of the adjournment. I now declare the meeting adjourned until 7 p.m. on Thursday, the 5th of June 2025. Thank you.